Hello Aries, this is Angel Aura Divination, and I'm here to give the sign of Aries their intuitive spiritual tarot and oracle message for the end of June 2021. This is supposed to be about a message from your guides. So I'm still using the Angelarium Oracle Emanations to get the basic information about what guide might be connecting to me through this reading, and then I'm going to be using the Herbal Tarot to get the information of what their message for you actually is. The Angelarium Oracle of Emanations is an interesting oracle deck. It's almost one of a kind, I believe, where it kind of has personifications of the different branches of the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, as well as personifications of different angelic concepts in one oracle deck. Now, I'm going to be using this oracle specifically to give me information about the guide that is connecting to me through this reading, and then I'm going to be using the Herbal Tarot to give me the information off of them. Let's get a prayer done for this reading before we start, and then I will be doing the reading for you, Aries. I do want to keep these kind of short, though, so I'm just going to do a very quick prayer. Okay, so let's get one oracle card out for your guide. Who do we have out coming for Aries? Who's coming through for Aries right now? We have two cards, but we'll take both of them. Okay, so we have Yesod and we have Netza. Netza is a representation of the right leg of the Tree of Life, and Yesod is the connection of, is a representation of the root. So this might be a collective of guides for you, but it also could just be one individual guide who would like to be described with both of these cards. The right leg in the Tree of Life is about endurance as far as the Kabbalistic teachings are concerned, and the root is about the base of the. Really, it's about the center, but it's about the base of the Tree of Life, like the trunk if it were an actual tree. So this guide for you is one that's very etheric. If it's an ancestor or something like that, then it's very old, it's very ancient, whatever guide this is for you. It could be one that watches over you on a regular basis, but it could also be one that really tries to help you have stability in your life, or have a greater sense of stability in your life. It could be pushing you towards stability here as well, really holding you up in times when you need someone to lean on and you cannot find someone in the 3D. It might even be helping you find a greater sense of love or stronger loving relationships in your life as well. This guide likes to connect you through astral or moon energy, through celestial energy. This guide might be an ancient celestial being of some sort, or be related to a concept of mythology associated with the planetary bodies. So it might not necessarily be something, if this is like a deity, for example, it would be like associated with the goddess Venus, or associated with the planet Venus, or Mercury, or Mars, or Pluto, or one of the, hundreds, if not thousands of asteroids in the solar system and things like that. If it was just a simple, but it could also simply be a house spirit for some of you as well. And it's all about the collectives, because when we communicate with guides, ultimately, especially for the larger guidance that we have, sometimes it's really that we're communicating with the collective, especially when we communicate with archangels and deities and orishas and things like that. So let's get the message out from this guide about what it is they want to communicate with you this week, Aries. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the King of Wands. They do want to communicate with you about your manifestations. They also said communicating with you specifically about your self-mastery. There's an aspect of your life that you're not necessarily paying deep attention to, that you need to actually kind of focus on. And it has to do with your personal power. They said that it also has to do with you understanding the esoteric aspect of your life, doing deeper study on spiritual matters, possibly even figuring out who this guide is for you, because this might be one of your main guides for some of the people tuning into this reading. Not necessarily for all of you. You should know. Your intuition will kick in. They're saying you need to sleep better. But they're also saying you just need to have better personal power. Some of you might even be dealing with some kind of, they said gastrointestinal issues, especially during the sleep, something like GERD, and that you would benefit from figuring out home remedies for that. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Chariot here as well. The other card that I showed you was the High Priestess. Yes, and that's what they're saying, is that this guide for you does come to you in times of need when you have no one else to look to, especially after a recent heartbreak that you've experienced. They come to you. They really want to help you with this energy because they know that you're unbalanced and they want to bring balance to you. The next card up that we have is Temperance. This is a representation of you. They're saying that you are imbalanced in, when you fall into imbalance through reminiscing about relationships where that ended in heartbreak or something like that, this guide really comes through to you to really help you balance yourself out. This guide is aware that you're alone, but they're trying to communicate with you basically that in your aloneness that you can reach a higher sense of enlightenment. This is the Hermit. You can reach a higher sense of self-mastery, with the High Priest here being a representation of the Hierophant in the traditional tarot and the Sun. This guide does want you to study about them. They don't necessarily want you to be a high priest of their energy necessarily. That's not necessarily true for all of you. Some of them they might. But they do want you to have a greater understanding of the spirituality that you practice. They do want you to have a greater ability to communicate that with others. And they have a lot that they want to say about this, so they even want you to communicate and connect with them. So if you do not already pray to your higher powers, your angels, your orishas, if you do not already connect with your ancestors on that psychic intuitive level, and you know what, I'm not here, before we get into it, I'm not here to judge you or to tell you what path to go down, but I'm aware that when people post readings like this, some people find these years after they're posted. Some people look to guidance like this because they find comfort in readings like this, as opposed to going to a personal reading. So I'm not here to judge you on your own path. Your guide wants you to connect with you. Your guide wants to connect with you. They want you to connect with them. This might even be the spirit of your higher self that this guide is helping you figure out and uphold for yourself. And it's not up to me to tell you who this guide is or what this is about, but I'm giving you the message that they have for you. And right now they want you to have clarity and to step out of an energy of judgment. Do not judge others for what their spirituality is. Let's get some more cards out. Exactly. Do not judge others for their spirituality because they're on a path to healing themselves. Anything else you would like to say to Aries? I'm not taking the cards that came out like that. I'm not taking this one either. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles. There is an aspect or some situation that you've manifested for yourself that you have put yourself out of. You have felt like you've battled a fair fight and now you're kind of walking away from it. They want you to go back. They want you to try again. Power through any blockages that you might perceive to be there and try one more time, because there's still some abundance to be gained from going back and learning the lessons you need to learn in this energy with the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. There's still something to be gained, and you might even get exactly what it is you wanted after trying again. This could be a relationship for some of you, but for some of you it's something else. They're saying it's something that you've put a lot of effort into manifesting, something that you think about on a regular basis. Now this is a call for you to use your own discernment and your own intuition, because I'm giving you the basic knowledge that they're giving me about the situation, because they're not giving me details. But they want you to try again. When things don't work, you walk away, you heal, and you try one more time. And if it doesn't work and you've gotten the information, you tried it 3 times, you tried it 7 times, you tried it 10 times, then you can walk away. But for you, they're asking you to try one more thing, just one more time, Aries. It could be a work situation. They're saying you might just need to apply at that place one more time. It could be a romance situation. You might just need to send one more text to that person to get them to really respond to what it is you're trying to get them to do. Might even be one more date, something like that. But you might know what it is better than I do. We have the High Priestess out here. You're already aware. But that's all I have for you. If this reading resonated for you, Aries, leave it in the comments. I would love it if you like the video as well. Subscribe to this channel if you like readings like this and the other readings that I post on here. I post general readings, I post twin flame readings, I post love readings like this that are pretty short. I also post these spiritual readings as well. You want to leave anything in the comments letting me know how you enjoyed this reading or how it resonated for you? I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.